This is a story of boy meets girl. But you should know up front, this is not a love story.
500 Days of Summer. This is not a love story. This is a story of about love. Some movies tell you how to fall in love, but if you show you what happens when you do and it doesn't work out, that's a 500 Days of Summer. A movie that doesn't try to be dramatic. It just show the truth. Because love isn't always about finding the one. It's about meeting someone who changes our life, even if they don't stay in it. 500 Days of Summer is directed by Mark Webb, and the idea is simple. A boy falls for a girl, but the way it's told completely different. Tom meets Summer at work. She is beautiful, free spirit, mysterious, and instantly she becomes his story. But here's the twist. The movie tells you right from the start, this is not a love story. Because what we are watching isn't love, it's projection. Tom falls in love with an idea of Summer, not who she really is. And that's what makes this movie so real. Because haven't we all done that? Falling for someone who we imagined more than understood. The girl who felt real, Summer Finn, is one of the most realistic female characters ever written. She's not a villain, she's not an angel. She is confused, just like most people in their 20s. She doesn't know what she wants, a relationship, a phase, or just a peace. And that's the truth of today's generations. People don't always break heart intentionally. Sometimes they just lost, figuring themselves out. Summer says is clearly, I don't believe in love, but Tom hears only what he wants to hear. That's what she feels real. Because she's not written to please the audience. She's written like an actual girl. Emotional, impulsive, independent, and unsure. The Tom. Let's talk about the Tom. The lover who loved too much. Tom represents every guy who loves with full heart. He's not a playboy. He's not toxic. He's just a guy who believes in love stories, songs, and happy endings. But his big mistake, he believes love alone is enough. Tom doesn't fall for Summer. He falls for his version of her. He dreams of forever when she's just enjoying today. And that's why this story hurts. Because of we all know that feeling of loving someone who doesn't love you the same way. It makes the realism, love without labels. Most of love stories shows the commitment and marriage, but 500 Days of Summer shows something deeper in between phase of modern love. You meet someone, vibe, connect, but no one defines it, no one labels it, and when it ends, you're not even sure what it was. That's the pain of today's generation. Too emotional to call it just friends, too scared to call it love. And when it ends, you don't even have the right to be angry because technically nothing was official. This movie captures that confusion perfectly. The structure of 500 days, not linear. The storytelling is genius, random day to random day, showing how love feels different from different times. On day 1, the same moment feels magical. On day 290, it feels meaningless. That's how relationship works. The same song, same cave, same park feels like heaven when you are in love, and like torture when you are not. And everyone expectation versus reality. The most iconic scene in the movie, Tom visits Summer's party. The screen splits into two. Expectation on one side, reality on other. He imagines she'll smile, hug him, maybe talk about old times. But in reality, she distant, engaged, happy without it. That scene is pain in its purest form because that's a real life. You build expectation in your head, but life doesn't care about your imagination. That one scene explains every breakup better than a thousand dialogues. The pain when love doesn't end, but the story does. The hardest part of love isn't letting go. It's accepting that the other person already did. Tom doesn't get closure because Summer doesn't owe him one, and that's what make it real. In real life, not every story has an ending. You just wake up one day and the person who meant everything is suddenly just a memory. He still loves her, he still hopes, but time move on and so does she. That helplessness is what breaks you. The message, it was never wasted. Many people call 500 Days of Summer a sad movie, but it's not. It's a story about growth. Tom needed to meet the summer to understand himself. She wasn't the one, she wasn't the lesson. That's the beauty of some relationships. They don't complete you, they change you. They make you ready for the right one. When he meets Autumn in the end, you realize every heartbreak teaches you to love better next time. The relatability. Why everyone sees their story. Everyone relates to this movie because either you are a Tom or you meet a Summer. My love story also seemed like this. Who wasn't ready for love? You had the moment when you think my girlfriend behaves just like that. The silence mixes signals. It all feels too real because 500 Days of Summer doesn't extricate emotions. It just mirrors what we already lived through. That's why every breakup feels like this movie. Because it's not a cinematic, it's a human. 500 Days of Summer reminds you not every story has to last forever to mean something. Some people enter your life to make you realize what love can feel like. Because love is not about happily ever after. It's about feeling something real, even if it's temporary. That was 500 Days of Summer, a film that doesn't give you fairy tales. It gives you truth. It tells you that sometimes that right person comes at the wrong time. And sometimes love teaches you more than through laughter and the togetherness. It's not a sad ending. It's just a life. And I am the movie man, and this was the most relatable love story ever told. Because at some point, we all meet our own summer, and even if it breaks us, we never forget. So guys, hasta la vista. I'll go eat my pasta. Subscribe.